Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Over the course of this week I've been testing the new Vault palettes from Jaclyn Hill. Yesterday I did the Armed and Gorgeous palette, and as you may all well know, I struggled with the green colour in there. It was a bit patchy, it wouldn't blend properly. Now that could be a one-off, and I decided we're going to see if it's a one-off. So today I'm going to do the Bling Boss palette. So this is Bling Boss. It's this beautiful purple one. I love this. This was what drew me to the collection in the first place. It was just so pretty. I wanted it after I saw this exact palette, and I know a lot of people were drawn because of this palette. So let's see how I get on. I will say for the rest of the evening last night, because I had said in that video that they had made my eyes water. They didn't make my eyes water. I wore it till about 11 o'clock last night, took it all off, my eyes were fine. So on that score I didn't struggle at all. So today we're going to do the Bling Boss. As I say, I did play with this, but only play. That was the first day I got them. But I'm going to try and do a look. I'm going to do something simple, quick and easy, something that hopefully just shows how good the shadows are. We're not going for a competition on how good the eye look is. You know, this is about the actual shadows. So let's test them. Right, let's get stuck in then. So I do like the packaging. I think it's ever so pretty. And I was lucky, my Jaclyn Hill palette, I bought two. One I just checked in my kit, but the other one was the newer one with this kind of like packaging, and it keeps so nicely. Still looks new on the outside, whereas the old one, when it wasn't good. Right, I'm going to take a Bdellium Golden Triangle, which is a 776 blending, and I'm going to dip into Hush Hush here. This one here, it's kind of like a cool tone pink. It's ever so pretty, and I'm going to use that as my transition shade. Now I'm going to put the palette down here, and I'm going to use my wonderful Jeffree Star mirror. Ta-da! I do like this mirror, I've got to say. Right, and let's see. See, now that's blending absolutely fine, and it is a very pretty colour. I am a bit dry skinned around the edges today, I will say, guys. I've been back on the Tretton Owen, and anybody who knows about Tretton Owen or know, I had a break from it for a week, and stupidly, I should never have had a break. I've gone back to it. I went away to Portugal, so I thought, oh, I won't bother for a week. I'll just moisturise every day. And then I've come back, gone back on it, and whoa, I have peeled like hell. My dry skin is just spreading. It's awful. It'll go. It'll go. That's the compensation. Right. Let's blend that transition. Right. I like that colour. I do like that colour. It's ever so pretty. Right, what should we go into next? I'm going to darken the crease with, I think I'm going to try a bit of Rockstar. This is Rockstar down here. Now I'm going to take a different brush. As I go darker, you go smaller with the brushes as a rule. Well, I do. I think most people do, to be honest. I'm going to just take this brush. This is a no-named blending brush, which means it's probably very old and the names come off, to be honest with you. I'll try and find out. If I don't know, I'm sorry, guys, but I do put the brushes below anyhow, so you know they will all be listed in the description bar. Okay, now I'm going lower than that first initial shade, and I'm going to go into the crease, and I think I'll do a halo. Sod it. I'm gonna, excuse my language, guys. This is pretty. This is a very pretty palette. Now, I will say, everybody, because I am an old person compared to most of you, I expect, I do blend a little bit more harshly. The reason being, you've got to blend a bit firmer because I have wrinkly eyes. So when you've got loose skin on your eyes, you need to get into all those little places. You young ladies with beautiful taut eyes don't have these problems. I remember those days. Oh, gone they are now. If only I used to like being young. Do you know what? Make the most of it, young ladies and gents out there, because I remember when I met my husband, and that, there we go, I'm going to do the other eye. Believe it or not, it was 30 years ago. I was 16 when we met. That shows my age, isn't it? 16, and we've been together 30 years, and I'll tell you what, those 30 years have gone so quickly. It's just ridiculously fast. It goes too fast. Life just goes too fast for you, and before you know it, you're old. I'm not actually 46 yet, but I was 16. It's 30 years this year. And I was 16, he was 25. Can you imagine the controversy? 16 and 25, oh, it would look terrible. I'm just going to blend out the top. So I'm going to take that original brush I used, which is the golden triangle Bdellium, with the Hush Hush again. And I'm just going to blend over the top. But yeah, I mean, my son is 21, and he thinks I'm such an old woman. Take a bit. He does. I mean, he's like, oh, you're so old, you're so old. And to be honest with you, I remember being 21 like it was yesterday. And the day he was born, I can remember every single minute of that day like it was yesterday. I struggle to think of him as 21. And I say to him, you know, all the time, you've no idea, sunshine. You know, no idea. I'm going to go higher up with that Hush Hush. And one day you'll sit there and you'll have blinked and you'll be in your mid-40s or your 50s and think, where did it go? And it's true, he will. You'll wonder where the heck it go. All of you will. And you don't in your head feel any different to you did when you were 16. I don't. I really don't. Well, you know, aches and pains and forgetfulness. Right. Now I'm going to darken my outer V up, or reverse 7, or whatever you want to call it. What should I take? I'll take this little, it's right, I've got some lip stuff on to soften my lips, and it tastes nice, so I keep... Right, I'm going to go into Mystic, which is a very dark... Let me show you. You need to see this. This one here. I'm going to go into Mystic, and I'm going to darken just the outside of this. Yeah, so I forgot what I was saying now. See, that's a bit being old. Yeah. Anyhow, regardless of what I was saying, because I'll never remember, because you don't. But it just goes too fast anyhow. I just don't like being old. I've decided if I had my chance, I'd stay at like 20. No, I wouldn't. Do you know what age was good? About between 28 and 32. Even up to about 36 max. That was a good time, you know. You kind of know yourself. You're old enough and responsible enough. You're not a child. You've got your own mind a bit. I think for men, you've got to be a bit later than that. Just going to blend that out with the colour Sparks, this one. And you're old enough and sort of ugly enough to know what you're doing. Not ugly enough, but you know what I mean. That's an English figure of speech, isn't it? To all you Americans. We all say we're big enough and ugly enough to look after ourselves, you know. Doesn't mean we're literally ugly, you know. Some of us are, I suppose. I have those days, you know. And anyhow, I think, yeah, 32, yeah, 28 to sort of 36, I'd stay around that age. That is a good age. You know yourself, you're mentally sort of grown up, you're intelligent, you know a lot of things. You've usually got your sort of finances together, your career together. You're on top of things. I think that's a good age. You're not too young to appreciate it all. Now I'm going to take a flat brush. Now, I don't know whether to go into. Do you know what? I was going to go for that bright gem, but I'm not going to because I don't think it'll go. I'm going to go into this pizzazz. This one here, this sparkly colour. It looks really pretty and I think it'll go. It's a bit less played down, isn't it? So far, everybody, I have had zero problems with any of those shadows. The other day, the one that was giving me the issue was the gem, that deep purple. So hopefully, and that was just playing with it and I did it a bit thick. So let's have a look at pizzazz. Here's my brush. Probably need a wet brush, I've got to be honest, but I'm going to go in with it dry. Oh, and I can see it. It is coming off. Coming off, and obviously I will put a photo up of the finished eye look close up in case you can't see it. Close up. But it's quite hard, isn't it? Especially as my ring light died yesterday. So if yesterday's video was really dark, guys, I did put the actual eye look onto the thumbnail so you can see it. But it was so dark, and after I filmed it, I'd realised and my ring light had absolutely died on me, and I'm using an old one at the moment, so I know that's not the best because it's an old one. So whilst I have a new ring light on order, also my camera decided to play up. I don't know if anybody's good with cameras. Well, I'm not, I tell you. I film to an SD card, obviously. Then I have to save it to Dropbox, and then or edit on a different program, which is on a different computer, and so I have to take it out of Dropbox because the computer I edit on hasn't got a drive for the SD cards. Only trouble is they go into Dropbox, but they're not opening in the editing program for love nor money. So I've got about 8 videos sat in Dropbox ready to edit and upload, and I can't. So I've got to film them all again. Right, so that colour isn't the best. I'm going to go in because I don't think that's great. I'm going to go in with a bit of Ballsy, which is this lighter pink here. See if I can make that colour, because I don't actually like that colour very much. It's a bit not very me, if I'm honest. Oh, Balls is prettier. Balls is definitely nicer. Yeah, I like Ballsy. Can you see? It's a nicer colour. It's like a light pink. Definitely prefer Ballsy. Ballsy. I should have done a concealer cut crease, shown them off, shouldn't I? Oh, never mind. But I was only doing something quick for you to see the shadows. I didn't think they were, to be honest, I'm shocked they're actually working. Especially this palette, I thought it was going to be a catastrophe. Yet, Ballsy, even dry, that has come off absolutely beautifully. Can you see? I'm going to try and blend that in a bit. Oh, this is where we struggle. I'm not going to put anything on my brush over here. I try and sort of almost pat it in. Sparks over there. Sort of. Actually, I'm going to take a bit more of Sparks. That is a nice colour, Sparks. It comes off far pinker on the eye than it does in the actual tray. For some reason. On the eye, it's kind of like a 3C pink, I suppose. In the tray, it looks like a red. So, I don't know. Some people might be disappointed by that. Just going over the top of that, just to keep it into place. As you do, like, you know. I'm going to take a little bit more of Sparks and just make sure that's nice and... You can tell it's the halo, basically. Right, now, there's not really any colours here for highlighting. But Hang on, I'll just do the top and we'll think about that. Oh, no, that's ballsy. I don't want ballsy up there. Crikey. I meant to grab that one. See, I'm old. I have accidents. Hush, hush. Yeah, that's covered it. Thankfully, it was only a drop. Right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go really, really lightly to lighten the shade up. I'm still probably going to have to take some of my highlighter just to highlight under the brow, because there's not really a colour that you can do it with. I've got to be honest with you. Right, okay. Just take some under my lash line. So I'm going to take a bit of Sparks. I'm going to go under here. I can't talk and do it, by the way, guys. I'm not going to go right the way across. Now, I tell you what, you want to save these crappy sponge applicators that they send, or you can buy them in Superdrug and places for about £1 for loads. They are great for smudging things out. I'm going to take a bit of Hush Hush, and I'm going to go along here. I'm going to smudge that in with the Sparks colour. Up like that. Can you see? And the same on this side. I'll tell you what else they're good for. Sorry, I can't speak. They're also good for picking up your shimmer shades and putting them on. For cut creases, halo eyes, get some. They're worth it. Also, you know those little toothpicks with the teeth on? Brilliant for little bottom mascara ones. Amazing. Get some. Try it. Great. Right. And I've got to give Wayne Goss the credit for that one, because he was the one who did tell everybody that trick. So get some of those little brushes and your bottom lashes or your side lashes come out beautifully. Right, I shall go and finish the look. I'm going to highlight. There's nothing I could really highlight my inner corners or my brow bone with. I'm going to put some mascara and eyeliner on, and I will be back. I shall see you shortly. Right guys, I'm back. Now I've put a photo up, so hopefully you've got more of a close-up on the eyes. What did I think of the Bling Boss palette? It was lovely. I didn't have any problems. I've since put some Ico mascara on, just a cheap crappy one I found. A little bit of eyeliner just in my waterline. And that was all I did, to be honest with you, because I do have to sort of go out and I'm doing this on the run, so I had to be quick and like play it all down. But I've got to be honest, it blended perfectly well. It's pretty. Every colour showed up, paid out. There was no patchiness. Totally different. I think with that green shadow, maybe it was just the colour. Maybe just that particular shadow. I mean, we've got 2 more palettes to get through. But, I mean, I think they're lovely. That one certainly was more like the original Jaclyn Hill palette. I wouldn't say better, because it wasn't better. But it was more like it. Definitely good payoff with the colour. You know, and you could definitely, even though, and as a rule, I know Jaclyn Hill loves to go in with a wet brush when she's doing sparkling shadows, you know, anything shimmer or metallic. I used a dry brush and it still came off. I think 2 of my lashes are probably stuck together a bit. I do apologise, guys. But like I say, I'm going to do a close-up. You'll see it on screen. I blended those fine. I actually like those ones. So Bling Boss is up. So although yesterday was a thumbs down, today's a thumbs up. All we need is 2 more thumbs ups or down. So tomorrow we've got either the Dark Magic or the Ring the Alarm. Which one shall I do? I know. I'm going to do Dark Magic tomorrow. There's some greens in Dark Magic. Let's see if these greens give us as much jip as yesterday's green does. But yeah, that one was definitely worth it. So £15 for that eyeshadow palette is worth it. I'd pay 15 quid for that. I wouldn't give you 15 pence for Armed and Gorgeous. But for, you know, Bling Boss, yeah, it's worth £15 to me. And I think it's cheap at the price. So, I shall see you all tomorrow for, which one was it again? Dark Magic. See what we can do with that. Alright guys, see you tomorrow. Take care. If you like this, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see tomorrow, and then Thursdays it will be, and then Friday we do a sum up, subscribe and hit that little notification bell, and it will let you know as I upload them. I've got other videos coming up at the same time. I'm going to do some over 40s specially dedicated for our skin type, beauty routine and makeup. I'm going to be giving you some, I've done some massive hauls. Oh, I've been everywhere. I've been to Too Faced, I've been to Dose of Colour, I've been, you name it, I've been there. Okay? Well, search the web anyway. Alright guys, I shall hopefully see you again soon. Take care everybody. Bye bye.